Yep. Entertainment. It's your boy P, True Seeker. Welcome back once again. So I just got a quick message. Obviously, for who is already plugged in, and has been seeing my messages and getting them. Cool. We're in the game. But for those who are not plugged in and are not listening, I'm gonna say it again. Yeah, man. I hope everybody's safe and everybody's good. There's a lot of shit that's about to go down. I hope family and peoples and everybody's all good. But yeah, stay woke, stay woke, stay woke, stay woke. There's a lot of propaganda going on. Yeah, a lot of stuff going on. A lot of stuff on the media, a lot of socialness, anti-socialness going on, you know. And if you're woke, you already know what's going on. When it gets political like this, basically what happens is it's the problem, reaction, and solution. Yeah, I learned this one from reading a book. Yeah, the problem, reaction, solution. And it goes like this. So usually in a society, you always find a problem. Do you know what I'm saying? And you get a reaction, and then you get the solution. Normally, situation comes from out of nowhere. It just comes out of the blue from the media. You know what I mean? More time, the media's always pushing that low vibration, that low vibes, low energy information. And so when they're pushing that, it's for a reason. It's to obviously get your attention, because where attention goes, energy flows. And that's the reason. And your energy is currency. Your attention equals energy, and energy equals currency. And for them, well, they make the currency for us, but energy alone, that's all they need. That's why they called bloodsuckers, vampires, and whatnot, and leeches. Yeah. So talking about that, yeah, you gotta be careful, be woke. Yeah. So always vibrations high, energies high. Can't let your feelings get to you. So you always gotta be watching and analyzing. You gotta turn into the watcher. Yeah, and just watch. And when you see, okay, this thought is gonna trigger a feeling like this and like that, don't play as the actor with that feeling. So you just become the observer, you become the watcher. And obviously that's how you unplug. That's how you slowly unplug from the program, from the matrix. Another way that obviously you're on program and you disattach and you can't get your energy sucked, is when you recognize, when you analyze. Like I said, you're the watcher, you're recognizing, analyzing thoughts, emotions. It all goes together. Yeah, mind, body, and soul. It's all connected. Nothing's disconnected in this dimension, or in anything. So yeah, in order to obviously control your energy and just not dispose it and give it to the bloodsuckers, the vampires, man, you always gotta be awake. You gotta see what's happening in your thought patterns, because the thought patterns trigger the feelings, everything in the body and whatnot. Yeah, so you always gotta, but then you can't react, because when you get a thought, remember, we're not thoughts. We're more like a radio station or the antenna. Do you know what I'm saying? More like the TV box, but it's plugged into something, that transmits information. So this is, so more time when we're just chilling and we like it can be something to do with our past lives or presence, or something to wanting to do with our future. But we are not our thoughts. This is all just information. And more times, I'll tell you more, but this is more information depending on our vibration, frequency, and what we're connected to. We will be getting that same frequency and same information. You know what I mean? So whether it be not having such a great day at work or great day at all, so you're always gonna receive that. Why? Because you're in that frequency emotionally, mentally and emotionally. You're in that frequency, so you're always gonna be receiving that information, whether it be thoughts that you don't agree with. It's you, yeah. But when it comes to these thoughts, please, this is when you got to become the watcher, because you're the station, you're the radio station, you're the box, but you're getting transmitted these emotions, emotion. So yeah, it's got you in some type of way. But that's what I'm saying. We can't how can I put it in words, man? Yeah. We cannot, one thing is, we cannot point and judge, and we cannot because when we identify, yeah, when we start identifying, we also become part of that, of what is already. Do you know what I'm saying? Because we're identifying. If we're identifying, furthermore, we don't need to identify, because if you know who you are, then you know who you is, right? So who you identifying with? Another person you're speaking to? Situations or thoughts or feelings? You don't identify with none of that. You just watch. You watch. You observe. You're like, okay, I see you. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. You don't add no topping to it, no icing on the cake. You just observe. And when you observe, when you analyze, and and you see it, you see it. So don't put nothing on top of that. And you keep observing. What happens is, when you're alert and you're observing, if a thought comes and you just observe, what happens is, just like everything else, it'll come and it'll go. Yeah, it'll come and it'll go. And what happens next? Another thought pattern to get your attention, to get your distraction, will come. If you're woke, it will go. Yeah. And more time now, what I'm trying to say, look, there's a lot of propaganda, a lot of lies, a lot of stuff on the televised vision. John Cena. Yeah. Boom. That's obviously the pushing out there because of what they've planned for thousands of years, if not millions. So for thousands of years they've been planning this and doing their thing, devilish mode. You know what I mean? And there's me here now, 33 years, half of my life I've been asking, who am I? Where am I going? Where did I come from? What is my purpose? Yeah. And so, and then obviously there's the saying, ask it shall be given, seek and you'll find, knock on the doors shall be open, shall open. Yeah, I take that very seriously, because I've always been seeking, I've always been knocking, I've always been asking for guidance and the truth. And so in that aspect, what I'm trying to say is, with everything that's going on, stay strong. You, your families, stay united, stay together, because that's what's most important. Yeah, when you're together, you're in the same frequency. Just like the scriptures, when there's two of you talking in my name, I will be there. You get me? I will be present. Meaning, if there's me and you agreeing on the same situation, the energies are higher, so we can get the job done quicker and things are gonna happen. For real, for real. Yeah, so in this aspect of what's going on in the world today,